Lesson 11:4, Circumference and Arc Length. The circumference of a circle is the distance around the circle. It's like perimeter before a circle. We did this as to find the measure of an arc, remember, was the measure of the central angle. Well, if we're going all the way around, the central angle, all around the circle is 360 degrees, or it's called 2 pi if we do it in a unit called radians. Pi is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter of a circle. And in the Bible, in 2 Chronicles 4:2 and 1 Kings 7:23, that ratio pi is estimated as 3, which is pretty good considering Bible times they didn't have that very exact sets of measurements. Pi is approximately 3.141592654. When you use pi to do your calculations, use the pi button on your calculator. So grab your calculator and look for the pi button. What's that? Why, that is pumpkin pie. Circumference is pi times the diameter, or 2 pi times the radius. Pi d or 2 pi r. Choose whichever one is more useful. Find the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 5 inches. Well, circumference is pi d. So if I put in the 5 for the diameter, it'll be pi times 5, or approximately 15.7 inches. Find the diameter of a circle with a circumference of 17 feet. Again, we're looking for diameter, so we're going to use the version that has c equals pi d. Okay, I know the circumference is 17 feet, so I put the 17 for the circumference. I need to divide by pi, so 17 divided by pi is my diameter, which is approximately 5.41 feet. A car tire has a diameter of 28 inches. So that means the 28 here is the D. How many revolutions does the tire make while traveling 500 feet? To do this, we're going to start by finding the circumference. Oh, but wait, we have inches and feet. So maybe we should convert. So 28 inches, divide that by 12, and you get 2 1/3 feet. So we divided it by 12. Our circumference is pi times d. So pi times 2 1/3 is approximately 7.3304 feet. Now each revolution, each time the tire turns all the way around, it touches the ground. So every time the tire goes all the way around, it has traveled the distance of the circumference. So I need to find out how many circumferences are in the 500 feet. So 500 divided by 7.3304 is about 68.2 revolutions. Arc length. Arc length is the portion of the circumference that an arc covers. And it can be found by taking the arc measure divided by 360 degrees times 2 pi r. What this is simply the fraction of the circle times the circumference. So it's really just a fraction of the circumference. So let's find the length of arc PQ. Well, you can see the central angle there is 75 degrees. The radius would be half of the 9, so 4.5 yards. So my arc length would be the measure of arc PQ over 360 degrees times 2 pi r. So I could put the 75 for the measure of my arc and the 4.5 yards for my radius. Put that all in my calculator and I get approximately 5.89 yards. Find the circumference of circle N. Well, this here is an arc length of that big arc, the one that's 270 degrees. So I know my arc length, so I can use the arc length formula. So the arc length is 61.26, and the measure of the arc is 270. So I can fill those in for there. Only thing I did here is 270 divided by 360 is the same thing as 3/4. Now, if I divide both sides by 3/4, so I divided by 3/4 divided by 3/4, I get 81.7 meters equals 2 pi r. But wait, 2 pi r is my circumference. That is what I'm looking for. How far does the runner on the blue, that's the outside path, travel in one lap? Round to the nearest tenth of a meter. All right, so if I look, I see the two ends make a circle. If I grab those two ends and put them together, it'll be a circle with a radius of 44.02. So it would be the circumference of a circle, 2 pi r. The radius is 44.02, as we can see in our picture right there. So the circumference is approximately 276.59. Again, I used the pi key on the calculator. To get the total distance he goes, he also has those the straights there and there. So we need to add the two straight segments. So we have our circumference, that's the two ends, and the two straightaways. And at those together, you get 445.4 meters.